Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 3 here with
Crystal Palace.
That's the one.
I'm sure you all noticed, but I took a bit of a much-needed break after the finale of our long-term Create a Club series with Barrowtown, which, if you haven't seen that finale, oh my god, go watch it. Or, honestly, if you've already seen it, go watch it again. It's totally worth it. What an amazing finish to an amazing series, for real. I also announced after the conclusion to that series that next year's edition of FC Destiny, which is our Created Club series of 2 years now, that next year in FC 25 we will not be creating a club in England like we have the first 2 years of it, which I think is huge and exciting news. You guys have been guessing in the comments what country we're going to be creating a club in next year, and I'm loving the detail, even though I already have an idea of which country I'm doing. But anyways, it's important to keep your mental health in check and avoid burnout. That goes for everybody, not just me. Take care of yourselves. But that's exactly what I've been doing. Took some much needed time off from recording and editing, as much as I absolutely love it, but now I'm back and ready to roll with Crystal Palace. A reminder, Jurgen Klopp is managing our Crystal Palace, and here is his first starting 11 with Crystal Palace. You see it there. We're in September of our first season. We played our first 4 matches of the season last episode. If you missed it, make sure to go check it out, and make sure to show your support as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button below too if you enjoy this video. Your player of the episode from episode 2, Jean-Philippe Mateta, who scored 2 goals, provided 2 assists, and scored the goal off the bench that beat Arsenal at home last episode. Fantastique from the Frenchman. In other news, 2 more transfers out. Rob Holding went to Luton Town from Palace for just under 6 million, and Ahamada going to the French League to Montpellier. Now, looking at the calendar here, we are in September. In this episode, we're going to go through the end of September and all the way through the end of November. We're going to play 3 matches in this episode. You head back to September here. We're going to open up by playing against Fulham at home, and we're gonna sim the rest. Like I said, I'm not gonna show you the results of every sim, but I'll recap where we're at in the standings when we need to. So let me sim against Wolves, Aston Villa, and meet you at home against Fulham. So you see it there, a win to start off September at home against Wolves, and then we lost at Aston Villa last weekend. Now we've got Fulham here on the 23rd, and the Eagles sit in 6th place in the Premier League. No draws, 3 wins, 2 losses in 5 matches so far. Only 3 goals allowed in 5 matches, one of the best defenses in the league so far. But I'm excited for us to face Fulham here at Selhurst Park. Like I said, one of the goals for the season is to establish ourselves as one of the bigger clubs in London by winning or drawing every match we play against the other clubs from London. We had our first test in the second match of the season and beat Arsenal. Now we've got Fulham in our second test of 6 at home against the London clubs. Michael Olise has been heating up in September. I want to see if we can get him and Ezzy really involved in this match today. Come on, Eagles. Let's see if I can remember how to play this game. It's been a while. Good passing to start. Lewis Ferguson sprints forward. Ferguson across to Reinders. Olise was making a good run. Not the best ball, but I like the start. Come on, win that back, Olise. Great pressure. And Reinders through to Olise. Michael Olise. Great dribbling back to Reinders. Anthony Robinson reads it. Come on, intercept that one. Eric Sanchez. We are pressuring super well to start. Not the best ball, and Iwobi picks it off, but I like the way we're passing to start things off, creating good options, and Tyrick Mitchell wins it back. Tete wins it back. Here comes Andreas Pereira. Stopped by Gahey. Good action so far. Eric Sanchez, nice ball here. Oh, that's brilliant from Tyrick Mitchell. To Eze. Everechi. Into the box. There's a Reinders. What a finish off the volley. Tyrick Mitchell defending Iwobi here on the wing after his brilliant pass to start that goal. He's still defending well, but Fulham have worked it into a dangerous area. There's Jimenez. Stopped by Gahey. Tyrick Mitchell. Some good touches down the wing here. Tyrick Mitchell going forward. I love his effort so far in this match. He's given us more going forward than I could have ever imagined. Oh, come on, yes! Lewis Ferguson win it back. Reinders off to Eric Sanchez. Surely this is a chance. Sanchez! Wide. Oh, nice job there. Munoz and Olise can start the break. Here's Michael Olise with it. Into the middle to Sanchez. Sanchez out wide to Mitchell. Here's Tyrick Mitchell, saved by Leno. As I had a whip in the corner. Great header from Gahey, saved by Leno. And it's halftime. Crystal Palace with the lead here at home against Fulham. Nice job here. Ferguson to Reinders. Reinders back to Ferguson. Good passing here, and Eze over the top to Olise. What a touch, but Bassi recovers well. Good pressure. Good job there from Joachim Anderson. We do get it through. And Lewis Ferguson has Olise running. I'm surprised he got that to him. Great ball here. Olise over the top to Reinders. To Johnny, maybe in again. Across goal, it's easy. Ferrezzi. 2-0 Crystal Palace. Reinders with the assist this time. Olise, Reinders, and Eze combining, and that's just so good to see from our front three. Nice tackle, Joachim. Sanchez ahead to Eze. Eze wide to Connor Bradley. Nicely done here. Bradley, good dribbling. Oh, that's awesome to keep that in. Ferguson to Reinders. Oh, why would that not go to Eze? Pressing everywhere once again. The pressure is so good. Fulham can barely get it through the midfield, but they are right now. Here's Pereira. Reinders, oh my god, just missing the challenge. We are pressing so well. Sanchez thought he won it back against Bassi, and Fulham retain. Wow, it's a great ball over the top here. Robinson has to let it run. Munoz is defending it superbly. Let it go. It's a really good touch here from Sanabria. Kind of just breaks for him. Chris Richards doing his best. Dean Henderson with the athleticism. 3 clean sheets in his first 5 matches, and he wants another today. Off of the corner, Connor Bradley just clears it, and the Eagles win again here. 2-0 against Fulham. 2 down in the London derbies. 4 to go at home to complete our objective I set for the season. Really well done again. Took some time off and picked it right back up. Eze was fantastic, and Reinders was as well. Olise didn't get a goal or assist, but he played well. Ferguson was outstanding in the midfield. Great effort. Alright, so now we've got Reading in the Carabao Cup. I'm going to sim it. If we win, we're going to sim until, let me show you. If we win here, we're going to sim until the end of October and play at home against Spurs. But if we lose in the sim against Reading in the Cup, then we're going to play against Man United and then finish off against Spurs. Because if we beat Reading and move on to the next round of the Carabao Cup, I want to be able to play it after the Spurs match at the end of November. So let's sim against Reading and see what happens. And we got the job done, so we are going to sim straight to that Spurs match and see who we get in the next round of the League Cup after Jarrell Kwanzaa and França get us through to the next round. And before I show you what's happened, just a couple things to go over here. Jordan Ayew's come into our office, and he's brought up the idea that his contract's going to end at the end of the season, and he's thinking it might be best for him to move on. Honestly, I kind of feel the same way, so I think we'll be looking to sell him in January. Also, in the youth academy, you see we populated it just a little bit. Got a couple of talents from England. Marcus Stevenson, high overall, high potential goalkeeper, and William Faulkner, who we're going to change to a right winger. All of these players have great potential. Simon Hernandez changed him to a left winger. The Venezuelan looks really good. A little bit lower overall than I'd like, but how about Wesley McLeod, the Canadian striker? He's only 5'9", but he does look like a brilliant little player. Might see if we can change him to a center forward to fit our role at this club a little bit better. And it hasn't taken long at all, but Jordan Ayew has attracted a lot of attention, and it looks like he's going to be going to Inter Miami. I put out a €5 million feeler, and the club accepted it. So we've made it to the Spurs match here. You see how the last 3 matches went. We lost against Man United on the road, and then we beat Nottingham Forest and lost to Newcastle last weekend. We now sit in 7th in the Premier League, 5 wins, 4 losses, no draws. in our first 9 matches. Still one of the best defenses, though. Statistically, Mateta is leading us in goals so far, 4 in only 5 matches. Tijani's got 3, Olise's now got 3, and Eze has 2. Overall in the Premier League, Heung-min Son and Angel Correa, who Newcastle signed, are leading the way with 9 goals in 9 matches so far, along with Salah. But the big statistic that I care about, Dean Henderson, 4 clean sheets in 8 matches, leads the Premier League so far. So we're going to play here against Spurs, and then we've got Chelsea next week in the Carabao Cup round of 16. That'll be the last match we play this episode, and then I'll finish off the episode by getting to the end of November and simming through Burnley, Everton, and Luton Town. And here's our lineup against Spurs at Selhurst Park. We're 2 for 2 in wins at home against London clubs. This is our chance to go 3 for 3 here. Even a draw would keep the objective. Just do not want to lose today against Spurs. As good as Dean Henderson's been, Sam Johnstone requested to play, and I do think he deserves a little bit of a chance here. So let's see how he does in goal today against Spurs. Come on, Eagles! It's a good pass here. Lewis Ferguson has a little bit of space. Ferguson over the top to Reinders, blocked by Romero. Intercepted by Reinders. Good dribbling by Tijani. Going forward with it. Goes for a long shot. Blocked again. Oh, good shot again. Johnstone. Sam Johnstone. You know, it's early enough in this career mode where we can make this change. He wanted to get the start. He hasn't been getting a lot of starts, and he is a similar overall to Dean Henderson. And he makes another save there. Nice tackle. Joaquim. And Eric Sanchez goes forward. Reinders. Well done here. Looking for the run of Ferguson. And Munoz is making a nice run down the right wing. Danny Munoz. Really well done here. Sanchez. This is good passing. Reinders to Sanchez. Here is Eric Sanchez in the box. It's Olise! 1-0 Palace. Well done, lads. Get Eric Sanchez getting the better of Vanden Ven here. Leaving it off for Olise. Beautiful. Oh, that's a perfect through ball just before halftime. Udogie is far forward. Johnstone makes the save. It was a weak shot. Clear it out. Nicely done, Lewis. That should be halftime. What are we doing here, ref? Still going. Spurs might get a chance well over the time. Here's Kulusevski. Cuts inside and scores. What did you expect? This game just wanted to Spurs the score. And we're tied going into the half. Absolutely ridiculous. Way over the time. We cleared it out off of a corner at like 48 minutes. Still, we went over the time and Spurs scored. That sucks. It was otherwise a brilliant half for Sam Johnstone in our defense, but 1-1 here as we start the second half. Spurs are moving it well off of the second half kickoff. They've woken up all of a sudden. Here is Richarlison, stopped by Joaquim. Anderson out wide. We've got a guy out there. It's Mitchell. Ferguson. Over the top to Eze. Romero shields it off well, but I like the way we're playing with the ball. Basuma has it here. Højbjerg. They're moving it well. Intercepted by Gahey. Johnstone not the best clearance. Come on. Good defending. And Munoz tackles Udogie too strongly. I think they're giving a pen. Oh, God, it is inside the box, and it will be a penalty here. It's going to be Son versus Johnstone. Goes down the middle. Spurs take the lead here. Eric Sanchez has it, looking over the top for Olise. That's a brilliant ball. I wanted to play it first time in the middle to Reinders, but nice idea. We're going to get some chances, I'm thinking. What good pressure. And Spurs just break it. Whew, what a tackle by Henderson. Missed it, but sewn through to Pellegrini, who's going to put Spurs 2 goals to the good. Come on, how did he get so open? What in God's name is Connor Bradley doing? I understand he's not a left back, but look how far on sides he's playing the entire Spurs team. That is awful. And I'm not actually blaming Connor Bradley himself there. I'm blaming the game. That's absolutely ridiculous there. Why would he be playing them that far on sides? Just perfect passing from Spurs. They're holding on to it late here, and that's gonna do it. There's no point. What are we supposed to do about that? Good thing Johnstone stopped it. Could have made it 4-1, but Spurs were definitely the better team today. More expected goals, they were definitely better. Ultimate difficulty kicked my ass today. But Olise with the goal, Eric Sanchez with the assist. Eric Sanchez was brilliant. El Chiquito's fitting right in. I thought Reinders was great, as was Gahey and Joaquim today. Love Joaquim. He's brilliant every time I play with him. And before we face Chelsea in the League Cup, just a couple additions to our academy as we end off our scouting reports from Venezuela, England, and Canada. Sergi Pereira from Venezuela looks like an interesting defensive midfielder. He's got a bit of everything. You look at his stats, he's got dribbling, passing, tackling. He can even do a little bit of shooting, so really good agility from the defensive midfielder. He could be an interesting one for the future. And Daniel Hogg, who I switched directly from an attacking midfielder to a center forward because that would fit our formation better as he develops. And he's a brilliant dribbler. He's little, he's not very strong, and I am switching Wesley McLeod to a center forward as well. But Wesley McLeod's coming from a striker position, so two players that are a bit different here. Hogg's more of a short, shifty dribbler. McLeod's more of a pacey finisher. He's also got a bit better physicals, but a very good start to our youth academy. Some high overall academy players that can definitely help us in the future years. And with that being said, we're sending out a scout to South Africa for the next 6 months, and Kenya, as I got a shout out to do that. Shout out to Kenya, shout out to South Africa getting scouts, and when I get the other scout back, I'm going to send him out to England for the next 6 months as well. Continue to build up our English academy. But now it is time to face Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, round of 16. They've mixed it up with their lineup, which has allowed us to mix it up with our starting 11. The big change, we're going to start Tijani Reinders in midfield for this one. See how that goes. Come on, Eagles! Bradley versus Mudryk. You know Mudryk is like a 15-year-old on Ultimate Team. He's just going to pace down the wing and try to abuse that pace. Good defending so far. Chris Richards to the rescue at the end there. Reinders ahead to Connor Bradley. That's a great pass here. Connor Bradley to Reinders. Look at the passing here, and it's a nice foul. Earned that one. We're passing it well. Come on, lads. Chris Richards is there. Here's Reece James. Great tackle, Nathaniel Klein. Surprised Reece James didn't break his leg after that one. And a good ball out here to França, who's trying to use that pace. Look at França go. Cutting inside slowly. Too slowly. I gotta come up with a better dribble move to cut inside. That just didn't work right there. And here's Madueke. Chelsea have it in a dangerous area. Chris Richards is there. Into the box is Chukwuemeka's Johnstone saves. I don't really know how this has happened, but it's a free run-in on goal for Chelsea. Chris Richards, way to save the day again. Attaboy, Jarrell Quansah. Mudryk off of the corner. Mudryk down the wing again off of the corner, and we lose it. Jeffrey Schlupp quickly harassed and taken off the ball, but Quansah wins it back, and that's a goal kick. Pressure is good from Palace, but we're just missing tackles right now. Chelsea are working it around it. Have you ever heard me say that before with an Ultimate Difficulty computer team? It's just typical, this Chelsea team. And here goes Nicholas Jackson getting the better of Quansah, but not Chris Richards. And it is halftime here. No score. Chelsea have probably been a little bit more threatening, but we're going to get our chances. Just got to take one. Trying to cross it in. Chris Richards. Good header. Don't know why Johnstone wouldn't have picked that up, but it's okay. We're fine. Here we go. Here comes Mudryk, and nobody realizes that he's just going to knock it forward. That's what every computer winger does. Just knock it forward until you get to the byline. Then cut it back. This is typical. Madueke to Caicedo. Good block. Win this header. Come on. Jeff Schlupp. I love the hustle here. Caicedo has it. Doing our best to win it off of him. And it's just methodical dribbling and very annoying. But Chris Richards is there again. Here's França. França. Great cut. Here's Mateta. Oh, we just can't get it by Petrovic, who does well. Our midfield is pressing so well, but they're like just getting passes off right now. Pressing well. We're all over what they want to do. And yet they keep it, they retain it, and Nicholas Jackson makes a good run in behind. We've got it mostly covered, though. Chukwuemeka, tackled by Lerma and Klein. Forward comes Jefferson Lerma. They're not going to stop him, he's going to keep going. That was the wrong guy! They're not doing much with it, but they are moving it around. Chukwuemeka comes forward with it finally, and then goes back. Caicedo picked off. Mateta, how did he not keep that? We are late here, and they keep it still. Connor Bradley's chasing around. Come on, Jeff Schlupp, win that. Mateta, go on a run. Come on, JP. Good cut, and here's Franza. Franza, come on. Use every bit of strength you've got left. Schlupp, get the shot off. Come on, Mateta. Why is the ref blowing the whistle there? Was he offsides? He had to have been offsides. Oh my god. I'm just gonna assume he was offsides, and let's kick off this penalty shootout. It's Madueke. Oh my god, I could have dove a second earlier, would have had it. Jeff Schlupp. What a penalty, my god. Here's Reece James. John Stones saves, and I think Reece James broke his leg. Mateta finishes. John Stone goes way early. Here's Rock Saki. Ooh, what a finish. Mudryk. Nope. Here's Tijani Reinders right down the middle. And Sam Johnstone can send us through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup versus Chukwuemeka. Nope. But now it's up to Petrovic to save the penalty from the youngster, Mateus Franza. I think he's got this one. Beautiful. We're on to the next round, baby. Come on. What a moment for the youngster. Off the post and in. I'm sure his heart skipped a beat when it hit that post, but off to the quarterfinals, knocking out Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I haven't really seen a game with possession numbers like this in career mode. They were methodical. Very few chances created for either side because of that. 67% possession, and we still beat him. Come on. Shout out to Franza for getting the winning goal. I thought Mateta was good, Schlupp was outstanding, and Chris Richards, man of the match. Brilliant performance from the American. And it doesn't get any easier at all. We've drawn maybe the toughest opponent in the quarterfinal. We're gonna have to go to Anfield to face Liverpool. So you see, we've gotten to the end of November. I finished off simming the month. We beat Burnley and then drew back-to-back against Everton and Luton Town, our first two draws of the season. But looking ahead to next episode, look at this December calendar. It's packed, and it's packed with good matchups. We're going to play most of the end of the month against Liverpool. It's probably going to be the first match you'll see played next episode. And then our arch rivals Brighton from the South Coast, and then we'll host Brentford in another London matchup at home. But I'm sure you're wondering, with that loss to Tottenham in October, we're obviously not going to meet that objective to go unbeaten against London teams at home. So I look ahead in the calendar. I look ahead all the way to March when we play Tottenham in the reverse fixture away. That could make up the objective. If we can beat Tottenham, not draw them, if we can beat them on the road at their stadium and still go unbeaten the rest of the way at home against London clubs, that'll make up for it in my opinion. But in terms of getting into Europe, you see we sit in 7th in the Premier League table right now. 20 points. We're in striking distance if we can get hot at some point. However, in the Carabao Cup, if we can somehow beat Liverpool at Anfield, which I never ever want to play against Liverpool in career mode, that's just one of those unwritten rules of career mode where you don't play against your favorite team. But this time I'm gonna do it because I really want to get Palace to Europe, and I think the Carabao Cup might be the best way. If we win it, we can get into the Conference League. But that's gonna do it for this episode. A lot to come next episode. It's gonna be a packed December for sure. In the meantime, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed yourself here. Leave some fun comments, and I will see you next time with Crystal Palace. This has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.